Hey Reddit. When did you realize that you were the problem? Like and subscribe, if you chill. Tell me why you are the problem in the comments. I noticed my friends were all getting happier, advancing in life, and I wasn't. Fairly recently realized I'm fat because I'm unhappy, and I'm unhappy because I'm fat. Either way, I'm the only one who can fix it, and I have start giving a frick. I was insanely shy in school. Like almost fully debilitating social anxiety. It was especially bad in high school when the kids I was at least comfortable eating lunch with went to a different middle school. I saw everyone else as being all-knowing and confident, and having some sort of secret script to know the right thing to say. If someone tried to start a conversation with me, my thought process would be, oh god, why are they talking to me? There must be some hidden agenda, and just try to get out of the conversation as fast as possible. Then this one graduating senior I was mildly acquainted with for some reason dropped to me that people thought I was stuck up. That was mind-blowing to me. Couldn't everyone tell that they were the confident ones and I was terrified of them? Well, no, they couldn't. It was an epiphany that wow. Other people are actually worried about what I think of them, just like I'm worried about what they think. And if you avoid talking to people, that's actually hurtful. When I got punched, and everyone went and shook the hand of the puncher, I realized I was the problem a few years back when I had the coolest fucking therapist in the world. She would say how she couldn't possibly give a frick about my feelings, she only cared about results for me. Coolest lady ever, and I miss her so much. Anyway, she told me a saying, and the saying goes, you have every right to be angry but you have no right to be mean. My life got so much better after that. It took me losing 5 really good friendships because they all stopped talking to me to realize I was the one who stopped talking to them because of fear. Jobs always seem to go south 3 or 4 months in. My best friend used to joke that I was creepy, pathetic, and worthless. Then one night they got drunk and confessed they had really meant it all the time. I decided I needed a new best friend and went out and found one. After about a year they let me know I was needy, boring, pathetic, and worthless. Second time was the charm. I was really drunk one night. Laying in bed trying to sleep, but all I could hear was insane traffic noise. Sometimes I can hear the road through my window, but this was crazy. Sirens. People shouting. Tires rumbling. I couldn't understand what they were saying, but the shouting got louder and louder. I opened my eyes to look outside and see WTF was going on. All I can make out is a police car blocking the road and a policeman running towards me. He'd fallen asleep on a mini roundabout. I don't have any friends, so I've had to accept that it's me that's the problem. As I approach 30, I realize that I have gifted child syndrome, and my success in high school and college theater productions mean nothing when I'm not putting in the groundwork to have a career. Part of that was depression. Part of that was liking to get stoned every night. I realized I have a hand in every situation in my life. That I am always responsible for myself. Any situation I encounter, I have a choice as to how to handle, respond, and perceive it. I was probably 17 when I realized blaming everyone else for my issues is what my parents do, and I don't want to be anything like them. So I took a step back. When my therapist told me I overreact when I feel rejected. Even if it's a little rejection. Due to lack of love my parents gave me when I was little. I am very lazy, and my husband does a lot of housework and watching our child. I sleep a lot. The reason behind this is depression. I'm not just trying to be an asshole, but I seriously feel incapable of doing anything on some days. Well, we got into a fight once because he was saying that he is overwhelmed and could I just do the dishes because that would help. I was arguing, "Don't you understand that I just don't feel capable of doing the dishes?" After that argument I was sitting there thinking about it and realized the toll I was taking on him. I also realized how bad my depression had gotten. Got up and did the dishes and made a therapist appointment the next day. I've been doing the dishes every day since. It's small and I still need to help more, but I finally realized that I was the problem. It hurt, man. It really hurts to realize that. Maybe no one will see this, but I realized I was the problem when I almost ruined my dad's surprise party by staying in my bed and making my family late, and in my mind I was always thinking, they deserve this for what they've done to me. They weren't always there when I was a kid, but now they try to be and I push them away. I'm trying to be better with them, but it just hasn't been the same. Cause we got in an argument that day and some tears were shed. This is sad, but when I had to sleep behind liquor store dumpster on an empty pallet. I was a histrionic egotist who had so many bridges burned I had to swim. Life has gotten much better since then. By the time I'd been fired from like 20 different jobs, I realized it wasn't just bad luck or just happening to get a bunch of jerks for bosses and coworkers. I was genuinely incapable of competently performing at any job, no matter how hard I tried. Anyways, then I went on disability. It all began at the start of my actual birth. Both of my parents failed to show up. It was 3 years after meeting my best friend. I would get so jealous when she spent time with someone else. Especially her now ex. I exploded on her every time she didn't respond to my texts right away. I had some new lame excuse every month or so. I was so sure every time that something other than me was the problem. I even said shiz like, "It's your fault," or "I think I have BPD." One day, after she didn't respond right away, I sent an angry rant about it. While she was responding to me, it hit me like so hard. Harder than a ton of bricks. It was me. I apologized to her. I cried for a long time by myself, realizing how fucking horrible I had been all these years. I said I would change. And I did. The change in me was so fast. It was as if I was a new and improved version of myself overnight. Every now and then I still struggled with not being responded to right away. But now I am completely over that. She is now my GF, we are happy together, and I can say that I'm happy with my life. My ex was horrible to me. Mentally abusive. Possessive. Estranged my family and friends wherever possible, so I was alone. Ordered me around constantly. But I was the one letting that happen. Yeah. There's horrible people in life who deserve nothing. But you don't have to live with them, do you? You don't have to marry them. Have kids? So I didn't. I left. I was the reason I wasn't happy. Ate 2 edibles that were stronger than I realized and kind of had an epiphany with myself in the mirror. That my life and myself weren't where I wanted them to be, and I was the only one who could do anything about it. So I am. When I realized I existed between keyboard and computer. My friends confronted me and told me. And then I apologized and began to work on fixing it.